many who hop on that train of chasing the dream for fortune and fame. But those who already have it, some are really on a mission. So let's chat with our guest right here on JQLM Radio's Special Edition. Music, Hip Hop Detective by Rockcott on Pixabay.com. Hey everybody, it's your girl Lady J. Welcome to another episode of JQLM Radio Special Edition with your girl Lady J right here on JQLM Radio, division of Ego Entertainment Network. And of course, I have another dope guest for you all today. But before I bring them on, of course, y'all know we have to get those formalities out of the way. So if this is your first time tuning into the show or to JQLM Radio and you would like to share with your family, friends, and followers on all the different ways that they can tune in, this is what you would share. If you'd like to share with your family, friends, and followers on all the different ways that they can tune in to JQLM Radio, this is what you would share. You can tune in live by downloading the JQLM Radio app on your Apple or Android devices. You can also listen live via Alexa, the TuneIn app, the Simple Radio app, and a host of other platforms of which you can find on our website, where you can also listen live at egoentertainmentnet.com/JQLM-radio. Or just visit egoentertainmentnet.com and click the button right there on the home page. You can also connect with us via our website or social media at JQLM Radio. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Additionally, you can email us at jqlmradio@gmail.com. Find us under our parent company, Ego Entertainment Network, on social media at EGOENTNET. That's Ego Ent Net. You can also follow us on LinkedIn at Ego Entertainment Network. And last but not least, make sure you like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, Ego TV Network. Let you know how to tune in. First, let me give a shout out to all of our JQLM Radio listeners. We appreciate you all for tuning in to JQLM Radio 24/7 for great music all day long and for some of the dopest talk shows on these radio airwaves. So, and I know that there seems to be quite a delay, a slight delay for our JQLM Radio listeners. So I do apologize for that, but hopefully that will correct itself. Y'all know how technology gets sometimes. So let's get into it. Let's bring our guest today. Our guest today is none other than Atlanta's Ugly 2.1, one of their supporting lead actresses, Miss Celisha J. And she also happens to be a part of the Ego Entertainment Network family. Y'all, so y'all, let's welcome her to the show.
Hey,
Celisha,
everyone.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. So, real quick, let's jump into it. So, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, a little bit about your background?
Well, I'm an actress, an author, an emotional support healing coach. I am a speaker. I'm currently residing in Atlanta, Georgia, but I was born in Detroit. Spent most of my life in Florida.
Awesome, awesome. Hey, journalist, we see you. Hey, T Queen, we see you. And hey, to all of our listeners out there, we see y'all listening and tuning in on air. Please make sure, for those of you who watch us on social media, make sure you go and listen on air too. So if y'all are working and stuff, you can listen, like it said, 24/7 from anywhere. So, Celisha, tell us what were you doing before you got into acting?
Working a regular job, just working. I mean, I always, did a little coaching for people, but just working a regular job.
Okay, and how did you transition from, or are you still working, transitioning from that into acting? If so, tell me, how did that come about? What made you want to get into acting?
Well, I've always had the passion to be an actress. I just never knew how to do it. And when COVID started, I decided that, well, I'm not going anywhere. And someone brought some information to me. It was like about Tasha Smith acting workshop. And I started attending school there. And it took off from there.
Well, that's awesome. So tell me, you landed a role in one of the most popular TV web series right now, especially on Tubi Prime and things of that sort, independent television and web series. That's been ongoing for 9 years now, and now it has garnered a lot of attention. That's Atlanta's Ugly. So, and that is written and co-written by Theron Dumas, and
Mm-hmm.
also who they know as Reality, I believe. So tell us, how did you land that role?
Well, Theron Dumas, he was casting, he had a notice up saying they were casting actors for the show. And I sent him a message. He auditioned me, and I sent him some other stuff and that I'm already on, and I got the role.
Awesome. So before that, though, had you been in any other, let's say, films or a TV series? If so, was it, supporting, extra? What other projects were you a part of?
Well, I was an extra for this TV show FX on FX channel, um, Class of '09. That was it. I was an actual police officer in Friends Like Sisters, and then I was an extra in Zatima as a nurse in Zatima, and then there's Atlanta's Ugly 2.1. So, and though Zatima and Atlanta's Ugly 2.1 was going on at the same time.
Okay, so you got to be an extra in some of the biggest shows right now on television. So tell us, what was that experience like for you coming into the game?
Well, it's amazing. Being an actress is not like, just working a regular job. It's like being at home. So it's like you just sitting around with your family and just having a good time. So it's amazing being natural, being able to be yourself and be on set at the same time.
Awesome, awesome. So in Atlanta's Ugly, you play a federal agent, correct?
Yes, FBI agent. Yes.
All
Yes.
right. And yeah, I noticed that you said you have been a nurse, you've been a police officer before and too. So tell me, how do you like being an FBI agent? And was that a difficult role, I would say, for you to shift into, or do you change your whole persona? You have to get in a certain mindset?
Well, no, I can be a little tomboyish from time to time, or I can be very feminine. I can switch that up. It just depends on how I'm feeling. I don't put on my heels every day, so it's easy to be a little tomboyish. But it kind of just fit my personality. I'm kind of rough around the edges anyway, so it's just me.
Okay. And so when you are on set, like before they say action, is there anything that you do to get into your character? I know I've literally watched some actors on set, like they have the headphones on, they like getting into, a groove, or they're going over their lines or whatever. So is there anything that you do to get into your role before they say action?
Well, I take a few minutes and like talk to myself. Um, Actually, especially if it's in a moment where if I have to be emotional, I need to listen to some emotional music because I'm just not naturally an emotional person. So I have to put my headphones on and listen to songs that I know are going to affect my mental. And then when they say action, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. It just depends. FBI agent, like I said, I'm rough anyway. So it kind of like puts a smile on my face to have to rough somebody up on the show. So it's kind of, I don't get to do that every day. So I like doing that.
It allows you to let out some frustration, huh? So
yes. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Yes.
That's funny. I understand. So tell me. So we have let's see, journalist Shay. She says she can relate. Hey Cheryl, we thank you for tuning in as well, and everybody else that is watching and listening. We are talking to one of our lead supporting actresses in Atlanta's Ugly 2.1, Celisha J. So aside from acting, you also have now started a journey into becoming a transformative emotional healing coach. So tell me, what is that like, and what is your purpose or goal in that role?
Well, I wanted to be an emotional healing coach because of the traumas that I experienced from my past. I have a book out called I Survived. It's a book about the traumas and what stood out to me the most while growing up. From like the age of 4, back to what I can remember, up until about the age of 34. So it's basically about that. But in my journey, I realized that God did not put me through. I didn't go through those things for me to hold it all on the inside and hold grudges. So I wanted to be able to help women and people that are going through traumas, which happens no matter what culture, what day, it happens every single day. I wanted to be able to help them to transition to healing so that they can move forward in the life that they want to and follow their dreams. And that's what Highway to Healing is with Celisha J. I want to be a part of that process for them. Outlet.
That's awesome. So y'all don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to hear a little bit about Celisha's story, maybe something that she has gone through that, her book talks about and that she uses in her upcoming program, Highway to Healing with Celisha J. So stick and stay. I don't want y'all to go anywhere. Don't touch the dial. Okay. I mean it. Don't go nowhere. This is your girl, Lady J, and you are tuned in to JQ Radio's special edition right here on JQLM Radio, a division of Ego Entertainment Network. And we will be right back. The Jeremiah L. Godfrey Brain Cancer Research Foundation is seeking donations and sponsors to help aid in its efforts to provide funding to researchers to find an effective treatment and cure for rare inoperable brain tumors in children ages 3 to 12, specifically diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma, or DIPG. DIPG is inoperable and currently has no effective treatment or cure, and those diagnosed only live for 3 to 11 months after diagnosis. For more information and to make a contribution today, visit jlgresearchfoundation.org. Music: Corporate Rhythm by Roman Sinjik Music on Pixabay.com. Are you Are you ready for the ultimate radio experience? Tune in to JQLM Radio now. From gospel vibes to Christian rap, hip hop, pop, R&B, and smooth jams, we've got it all covered. Get hooked on real voices, raw entertainment, and super relevant topics that'll keep you glued. Don't bother touching that dial. We've got the perfect soundtrack for every moment. Start your day right and groove into the night with JQLM Radio. Download the JQLM Radio app, listen on Alexa, TuneIn app, Simple Radio app, or visit egoentertainmentnet.com/JQLM-radio. Your irresistible music journey starts here. JQLM Radio. Real, raw, relevant, and dope. Music: Track by Dmitry Kolesnikov on Pixabay.com. It sounds like, or seems like, we still have some sort of delay, technical issues, but It's being worked on. So I apologize for that. For those of you who are tuning in on JQLM radio, for those who are watching us on social media, I know that you all are good. So, Celisha, so before the break, we were talking about, or you shared a little bit about your book called I Survived, and you becoming a transformative emotional healing coach, and your upcoming program to where you help people, heal from past trauma or current trauma. So, with that, can you share a little bit about what is one thing in that book that I would say impacted you that you use to help people, heal from trauma? What is one thing that you experienced that you think has been the most impactful for you?
Molestation and being molested by a relative in your early age, and you not having anybody to share it with, or not even being able to tell everyone, because no one, when you do talk, people don't believe you. So it's just molestation is one of the biggest things in my book.
Okay. And with this program, this upcoming program, tell us, are you going to be doing, group sessions? Is there, a one-on-one? What are some of the things that you're
Yes.
going to be offering?
Yes, I'm definitely going to be offering group sessions. I don't want to do too many big groups because I want people to be able to express themselves, get their time that they need. But then there's also the one-on-one sessions where you need that special time. You don't want to speak to everybody in that moment. You just want one-on-one with me. And
Mm-hmm.
I am going to be offering that. I'm there for that.
Okay, and this is ultimately a safe haven or safe space for
Oh, most
people
definitely.
to not only share stories, but to also come to get what they need.
Yes, it's most definitely a safe space. There, judgment-free zone. You are able to say whatever you need to say without having to worry about someone going out and telling the world about it, because that's your business. And we don't want, it's like Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, supposed to anyway, right? We're going to make sure it does.
Right. Okay, awesome. So if you could give some advice to anyone who may be struggling, with trauma, or maybe thinking that getting a therapist makes them crazy or something, what advice would you give to someone?
First, everyone needs help sometime, right? You want to pray, give God the glory first, and not be ashamed of your past and your story, because that guy, you went through that for a reason. He didn't just put you through that. Your test is someone's testimony. So love yourself, trust God, and heal. Take the time to heal and get to know who you are for you, not for everybody else.
Awesome. And what about someone that is looking to get into the entertainment industry, as far as being an actor or actress? What advice would you give someone that is just starting out, or maybe scared to take the first step?
First, fear is a sin. Don't live in fear. If you want to do something, go after it, because if you don't, you're going to be looking back 30 years from now saying, I should have did this, I should have done that. Those thoughts are put in your head for a reason. God implanted that in your head for a reason. Choose you, go after it. And the entertainment industry, with that, when you go to classes and get the professional help that you need, you're not going to learn the back door, the back things that happen. You're only going to learn the ins and outs. You see people on TV think that's it. No, there's some stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and you're not being taught that. So do your research. Do your research.
Awesome. So what's next for Celisha J? What's coming up? We know that you have the Highway to Healing coming up. We know that the book just came out, so you're going to be, interviewing about that and possibly doing signing maybe. What else is new and what's coming up?
Well, the book signing tour is going to be coming up. I mean, that's going to be, you'll be able to speak to me face to face soon. I'm just waiting to hear from my manager. I know she got me. And I'm definitely going to have a couple of movies that's coming up. They're going to be filming soon, so they should be out by the end of the year. And I'm going to be speaking. So book me. if you go on my Facebook page, Celisha CLISHA J _ you can find booking information on my page, but also follow me. Then you can keep up with the movies and all the events that's coming up. I'm going to keep you up to date with who Celisha J is and where she's going. And I'm on all platforms, Celisha J. So please follow me.
All right. And make sure y'all go check her website out at celishaj.net. You can learn more about her there. Her full bio is there. You can see some of her projects, things of that sort. So, Celisha, excuse me, I want to thank you for coming on here today and sitting with Jqlm Radio and sharing a little bit about yourself with us.
And thank you so much, Lady J, for having me. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
No problem. Oh, T Quee says she will definitely follow. Thank you.
Thank you.
And hey, Theron Dumas is in Theron Dumas is in the chat, y'all. He's one of the writers for Atlanta's Ugly 2.1.
What's up,
And
Theron?
she says congratulations. Yes.
Thank you, T Queen.
Ultimately, also too, what you're saying is you're available for appearances and stuff too, right?
Oh, most definitely. Just let me know. I would love to share my story with anyone that wants me to be there.
All right. Well, look, y'all. So this is Celisha J. Make sure y'all go follow her, check her out, check out Atlanta's Ugly 2.1. You can check it out on Tubi Prime and things of that sort. Make sure y'all go see. All right. And go to her website so you can check out some of her other work and what she has going on and coming up. So listen, y'all, we have come down to the end of this episode of Jqlm Radio Special Edition. Stay tuned next week as we have none other than the one and the only Mr. Tubi himself, Will Coleman, on Jqlm Radio Special Edition coming up next. So listen, I hope to see y'all next week. It's been real. You have been tuned in to Jqlm Radio Special Edition with your girl, Lady J, right here on Jqlm Radio, a division of Ego Entertainment Network. And until next time, y'all, I will see y'all next week. All right, same time, 6 p.m. And I'm out.